Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Caden and this is actually my very first YouTube video. So I've been wanting to start making videos for a while now, and with the ERLC summer update just around the corner, I thought this would be the perfect way to start. So today I'm going to be going over some features that have been confirmed so far, some features that I would like to see, and some that could still be added in the update. Um and yeah, if you like content like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because I will be posting as soon as the update drops. So before we get into this, if you go on to tracker.arlc.news, the update prediction countdown has actually been postponed by a week. So hopefully we don't have to wait another week, because I don't think any of us can wait any longer, because I've already postponed it by like 3 weeks and we are desperate to see this update. But finally, enough talking and let's get into it. So, some confirmed features are boats. The biggest feature and biggest request would probably be the boats. Honestly, I think this is one of the most requested features in ARLC history. People have been requesting boats for years. As long as I've played ARLC, there's been people requesting boats. So it's really excited to see them finally becoming a reality. I am going to pop a photo on the screen now of a teaser that PRC sent on their Twitter, and you can go and see it at their Twitter page. So, in this photo, you can see there is what looks like to be a launch site for a boat or jet skis, even. So it's really cool to see that in game because people have been asking for it for so long, and PRC are finally delivering. And I really hope the boat mechanisms are as good as people would anticipate them to be, because we've been asking for so long and the update has been postponed for so long as well. So I'm really happy that they're finally adding boats. But yeah, um, I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to work, because will there be different types of boats? Like, will there be police boats, search and rescue, fire departments, sheriff? Will there even be criminal boats like mafias? Will there be yachts? Um, and yeah, I think it will be really cool to see boats. There are still a lot of questions about them, but just having boats in the game is going to completely change the roleplay. Um, because instead of every pursuit being on the roads, imagine someone stealing a boat instead of a car and then trying to get across the river or even the lake in that. That's really gonna create some interesting situations. I also want to touch on something else. This isn't a teaser photo, but this is a message that PRC sent on their Twitter again. So here we can see PRC said the future is bright, and the emojis are a sun emoji, a map emoji, and a wave emoji. So obviously the summer and the map emoji are both explainable. The summer emoji would be the summer update, and the map emoji would be the map expansion. But the wave could be a possible beach, because there's boats coming to the game, and nobody else knows where else to ride boats than the beach and the lake. We already have a lake in ARLC over beside the Landmark Bridge, so I think it would be really cool if we would get a beach maybe up around here or down here or somewhere where a beach would fit, because beaches are normally big with the sand, and then there would probably be a pier along with it, knowing PRC. But anyways, the next confirmed feature is a map expansion, as I have just touched on. Because this makes perfect sense, because if boats are going to be coming, then there needs to be space for them. So yeah, I'm hoping that we get to see plenty of new roads, new scenery, and maybe even some new buildings along the waterfront. One thing PRC has always done well is making the map feel fresh without completely changing it. So I'm really happy that they've actually been able to do that. and I'm really excited to see how this new map looks because we have got a few teasers of the new map, and I really want to see the full map because from the teasers, this looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to pop a few on screen now, one by one. So here we have a new highway over here. So it looks like a normal highway that you would see in real life, like an interstate or something. But I'm really happy PRC seems to be adding these because it looks like it's up around High Rock Park with all the rocks and trees and things in the background. But yeah, the highway definitely looks like it's going to be much longer from what it is now because you can cross this entire map in I think 45 seconds or something. So it'll definitely be amazing to see this. So also with the map expansion is going to be an expansion of High Rock Park and a new neighborhood. So first we're going to touch on the High Rock Park one. Up here you can see there's going to be a new lake sort of area and new seating as well. And then down here it looks like there's going to be a new neighborhood called Fairview, which will be really nice to see because we've had the same housing for a while now, like as long as the as long as it took for for the last summer update that had a map expansion, we haven't had any new housing. At least I don't think, apart from some cabins up in High Rock Park, and yeah, that's really it. So PRC, well done. Next we'll have sort of a shopping outlet, I guess. It's definitely going to be nothing compared to the one that we'll have in game right now, but I think this one's going to be 10 times better because the one that we'll have in game, if I go over here, it it only has 2 stores. I thought it had 3, but it only has 2. And I don't really think this is a good location, especially with it being right beside the hospital. I know that there is a Three Guys right there and a taxi service and the park, but I think if the hospital gets moved somewhere else, it would be amazing. And another thing, this building right here. This building has been a mystery of ARLC since the release. It has never changed. It's never looked different. Nothing about it has ever changed. It looks to be some sort of hotel. So I'm really wondering if we get a hotel because there is the parking garage right there, a taxi service, and a Three Guys. So, if you get in late, then you could go to Three Guys, and then if you want to do some exploring of the city, taxi service or park your car there or there on the ground as well. But I would actually be really happy if this building finally gets redone because every other building in the RLC has got rebuilt and everything, and just that building hasn't. So it probably feels very left out, and I'd be very happy to see what PRC does with it. But anyways, another confirmed feature is the Pancake House. So Pancake House is basically a Waffle House, but for copyright reasons, ARLC cannot use that name, so they've called it Pancake House. So it looks to be beside a laundromat and a possible pizzeria in the background. But the only thing is, no, there isn't really any cons about this because it would be amazing for role plays like your start of shift. You can go and get pancakes or something or coffee before you start, and you can fill up on gas while you wait or something. But yeah, it really looks to be somewhere around here, maybe. So maybe we're getting a little map expansion through here because these tunnels have been sitting empty since the highway came, I think. So it would be nice to see something actually, or something to actually go through and see. But yeah, next thing, yeah, but I can imagine public servers already having a load of roleplays everywhere that I've covered so far, and I think it would be amazing to see what else PRC could add. But moving on, even though those are just confirmed features, this is already looking like a massive update. So now we're gonna move on to what I think could still be added. So, like I touched on earlier, uh, there could also be a proper coastline or a beach, because if boats were coming, it would feel a bit weird not to have a beach. A beach with a parking, a harbour, maybe even a fishing pier. I think that would be the great. That would, sorry, I cannot speak today. I think that would be the perfect update to give civilians another place to hang out, or even mafias, because that could also make a new criminal job, like pickpocketing, I guess, if they add something that we can pickpocket, like if they added the um ability to pickpocket phones or money or something. I think it will be amazing to see. The second thing I think could still be added is a police update, because PRC is honestly really up to date with their police updates, but I think there are a few things that could be made better. So if I go over here, yeah, yeah, if I go over here, then so we're in PD. I think if we made sort of that not there or somewhere else, because that just takes away the roleplay aspect of it. Or even just take away to remove it or something. Dispatch could really actually be made much better as well, because if we added a better CAD system or even a better MDT, which would have the CAD in it, then that could make it better instead of using Sonoran CAD or Melanie or something like that, because it's annoying to have to go out of your game to answer calls or use radio or use radio transmissions or anything. But the same goes for fire and EMS, because fire and EMS don't really get that many updates every year. They're one of the more looked down on departments in PRC, I guess, because it's in the name, police roleplay community. They more focus on policing and stuff like that. But I think they've been okay with fire, but they could do much better. For example, better detailing in vehicles, better uniforms, um, yeah, stuff like that. Maybe even like more offices, or just overall just better. Especially in Springfield, because Springfield is such a small city and such a small fire department, but it does get the stuff done. But I think it can be a little bit bigger. On the other hand, EMS is fine, really. I think they could maybe add another ambulance, or just touch up on the ambulances and equipment and everything, because um things are updating every single year, and it would be nice to be up to date. Because yeah, the hospital I think is really nice, but I think if we add a little bit more detail, instead of there being like 4 floors but only like 2 that's accessible, I think if we can add like 4 accessible floors, it would be really nice. But yeah, that's that's really it for what I think could be still coming. But what I'd love to see is a more updated Department of Transportation, because this is a department that people use to troll by towing vehicles or something. Um, but yeah, because DOT isn't really a active department in any server. There's barely any servers that actually recognize DOT as an actual department, because people just use it to troll and it'll be inactive. But I think it'll be a really cool roleplay team, and I think in the future I could really get some really cool roleplays done on the team. I'd also love to see a dedicated staff team for the game, because most servers use staff team, or most servers use police or sheriff as the staff team, and sometimes people impersonate. And I think that could really be stopped if we make a staff team. It could even be a little like area where it says more down here, and or even just accessible to the staff, or visible to the staff, sorry. And then the staff can put in their own call sign and everything, because then servers won't need to use custom call signs for moderators and administrators and all, because they would be on their own team, so people know they're actually staff, and the team would only be accessible to um in-game staff members. So I think that would be brilliant to see, because it would really stop the impersonation of staff members, and it would really stop people using staff liveries and everything. And if you were able to even create your own sirens, I think, in this game, because I've been wanting this for a long time, and I'm not sure if anybody else has, but custom sirens would be amazing, because as we know, the UK and Germany use different sirens than USA, and I think because there's a lot of different roleplay servers out there, most of them are United States, but there is some that's UK, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Spain, all those kind of different servers, but they all have to use United States sirens because the game is based in the US. So I think if we added different like modes or packages for different countries, I guess it could be a purchase, or it could be purchasable like the rest of the in-game packs. So it could be maybe 500 Robux for a pack which includes custom sirens. It could also change the side of the road that you drive on for UK servers. It could change the horns, even. It could change the lights to automatic or whatever, automatically to the country's ALS. And then, yeah, overall, I think this update is already looking incredible. Boats have finally been confirmed after years of requests, and we're finally getting a map expansion, a brand new Pancake House, and improvements to High Rock Park and just the overall map. But even if none of my predictions are correct, or even my wish list, I think this could be the biggest update that ERLC has ever released in history of the game being a game on Roblox ever since 2018, whenever Mr. Fergie took it over. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to jumping in on update day and seeing what they have made and seeing it for myself. But that's everything I wanted to talk about today. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, especially since this is my first video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave me a like and subscribe. It generally helps out a new creator like me, and I've already got plenty more ARLC videos planned. Some of them roleplay, some of them just theories, and a lot more. Alright, so let me know down in the comments what's one feature you are most excited about for the ARLC Summer Update 2026, and what do you want to see in the future. I'll be reading all your comments, and who knows, some of them might even end up in a future video. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.